What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm Corey with Freaky Tall Reviews, and today we're gonna be going over the worst weed eater I've ever used as a tall person. Spoiler alert, it's not gonna get the stamp today, but let's take a look at why. So we're gonna be going over the Ego Power Plus 15-inch string trimmer. Now you saw just recently I released a video about the Ego push mower and how fantastic it is. Ego products in general are top notch and I love the quality. They do come at a premium price, but a lot of the features you get with that product and the quality of it, I think make it worth it. However, there's one big thing about this weed eater that I can't stand, and I'll tell you what it is in just a little bit. The Ego string trimmer has a plastic body with a carbon fiber telescopic shaft, and it comes with a 56 volt, 2.5 amp hour battery with a runtime of about 45 minutes. It has a 15-inch cutting swath, and it has variable speeds with 2 settings, powered by a high-efficiency brushless motor. Starting off with this string trimmer, what I like about it is the power load head. Basically, with the head where you load the string, it has a powered button that when the battery is plugged in, you press the button, it like shakes itself and then winds the cord inside of it. It's crazy to see, and I've never seen a technology like it, and I really love that, instead of having to sit there and manually wind it yourself. Another thing I really like about this weed eater is the fact that it's super light for the amount of power that you get. It's 56 volt, and you feel that in your hands whenever you're weed eating with it. It can cut through very thick things easily, and with the carbon fiber shaft, it keeps it really light and it is very well balanced. I also love the fact that it's super easy to start. You push the button on the side, pull the trigger, and it's immediately going full speed. Because it's electric and cordless, there's no gas oil mixture you have to keep track of for it, and there's barely any maintenance, with basically just making sure that it's clean and that it constantly has enough line in it. So that stuff's great, and the quality of the build is fantastic, but here's what I don't like. I had been using a hybrid Ryobi weed eater, where you could either use an extension cord or a Ryobi battery. Super weak, very small, but it got the job done. And once I got used to using it, it really wasn't that bad, even though I did have to kind of slightly bend over. And since I love Ego products, because I also have their mower and their leaf blower, I thought it was a no-brainer to grab this string trimmer because it's way longer than the Ryobi. And the length is noticeably different. But when I got it home, I found that there's a major problem with it as a tall person. The way that you have to hold this weed eater is extremely uncomfortable, to the point that within the first 5 minutes of using it, your lower back is already starting to ache. The reason why is that because of how the motor is positioned on the back of the handle, it rests against your forearm, and because of where the triggers are and where the motor sits, you can only hold it in your right hand one way. And as normal with a weed eater, the handle is at the very back, but for some reason the way that motor gets in the way, you almost have to hold it kind of at an angle. So you take the uncomfortable hold of the right hand, and then you use the handle further down the shaft. The handle is way too small, and although it is adjustable in height, I could not put it at a point where it was easy to use this weed eater and also be comfortable. So when you start using this weed eater, you have to lean forward a little bit and then to the side a little bit. Because of the positioning of your hands, it's hard to get a good even cut with the string. So in order to get a good cut, you have to compensate with your body and lean. And this is where it puts a tremendous amount of strain on your lower back. And there's no kind of strap or anything that's gonna help with that. It's just how you have to hold it as a taller person. And I'm not being dramatic when I said it literally started to hurt my back after about 5 minutes. I can push mow my entire yard with the Ego push mower and I feel great. I weed eat for a couple of minutes and I feel terrible. And I've done the whole yard with this weed eater a couple of times, and I don't have a small yard, and it is absolutely miserable. I think it's pretty clear, but does it get the Freaky Tall stamp of approval? Absolutely not. The good parts about this weed eater are very good. The power of it, the build quality, how light it is in your hand. There's a lot of really good things going for it, but there's one major issue that as a tall person, it is extremely uncomfortable to use. Keep in mind, I'm 6'10", so from a tall perspective, it's not comfortable, but just because of how you have to hold it with your hands, I think the design is poor enough that even a shorter person is gonna find this weed eater very uncomfortable to use. I think what would solve the problem and help with this, if on the next version of this weed eater, Ego decides to reposition the motor and also have a bigger handle on the shaft. That way you don't have to hold the handle so close to the shaft. I think that would solve a lot of problems. And what would also help is if my right arm were about 5 inches longer, then that might actually put it into a good position to cut with. So maybe Ego will see this video, and maybe on the next version they'll make it more comfortable for tall people. If they come out with a better model that addresses these issues, I will absolutely pick it up and I'll be very happy with it because I already love the brand. They just gotta make a few tweaks and this thing will be perfect. But that's it today, my friends. A second video on the Ego lawn care product line. It's interesting because I bought both the mower and the weed eater thinking this would be great for a tall person, and they're completely opposite. So since we're in the middle of spring right now, I hope this video brought value to you. If you're on the market for a weed eater, I would highly recommend looking elsewhere, but I did link this Ego weed eater in the description below if you want to take a look at it for yourself. If you did find value in today's video, would love if you would hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2022, so give it a thumbs up, hit the notification icon, and most importantly, hit that subscribe subscribe button so that you can join the family and see when new videos come out. If you want to follow me outside of the channel, check out my Instagram and my Twitter. And if you'd like to support the channel financially, be sure to check out the Freaky Reviews Patreon, where I use the funds exclusively to buy new products to review for you. So thanks for stopping by today. I greatly appreciate your time. Again, I'm Corey with Freaky Reviews. We'll see you next time.